Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do Annabelle's 3-month update. I thought I'd put her in a cute little dress she's never worn before. And I feel like she's wearing like real people clothes because it's like an actual shirt material. It's not like a onesie. So yeah, I wanted to do her update because I definitely don't want to miss one of these monthly updates because she does so much in a month that I definitely want to document for myself. So Annabelle is, I think, almost 13 pounds. I think she's around like the 12 and a half or maybe more. I haven't weighed her in a while, but I should probably weigh her because I actually have my own baby scale because I'm a crazy mom like that. So she's definitely a little chunker. She is growing more and more every day, and I swear, like looking back on pictures on my phone, she has changed so much. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you'll know that she's a fairly small baby. She's 5 pounds 14 ounces, so that is pretty small. Doug was just saying the other day that she used to look like a little gecko because she came out super tan. Not that geckos are tan, but she's just, I'll insert a picture, but she was really skinny and really small, and she looks so different now. Like she's turned so much paler. Her skin is just like changed colors. It's crazy. And she just super chunky and cute. So yeah, so much has changed in 3 months. A lot of things have changed, especially within the last week, I would say. She's almost like not talking back to us, but she does a lot of the cooing sounds.
Look at all this hair in the back of her head. Oh, what was that sound? What was that? Oh, yeah. Oh, is that so?
And I'll like coo back to her and we'll go back and forth for a good like couple minutes. It seems like forever. So I think she's trying to talk, or she's like trying to tell me something with her coos. She hasn't laughed yet. She definitely smiles a lot, and I feel like she does like one big chuckle and that's it. Like she doesn't ever have 2 chuckles in a row. And sometimes I feel like she's laughing almost in her sleep. It's so weird. I don't know if your guys' babies do this, but she like not cries in her sleep, but it's almost like she's dreaming of crying, or like, I don't know, getting her diaper changed or something. So she'll make like this really big frowny face in her sleep, and sometimes she'll smile and almost kind of like chuckle in her sleep, so it's super cute. She also almost rolls onto her side, not completely, but I think it's in the 3rd month that they roll over to their like belly, which is scary. So I'm always having my hand on her when she's like on my bed or something. I never leave her, well, I never leave her alone anyways, but yeah, I always make sure I'm there because God forbid she'd roll over or roll off the bed or something, because I feel like that's coming really soon. Something new that has happened this last month, and that I also read in the Wonder Weeks app, is that she's actually realizing like what is a part of her body, which sounds kind of weird, but I guess babies don't really know that like this is their hands. Like they don't, I don't know. But basically she'll like look at her hand now. She like looks at her hand and is like, oh my God, so mesmerized by it. So yeah, I definitely think that, oh, I think she's doing it right now. I don't know what she's doing, but yeah, I think she definitely knows that that is her hand and that she can like clench her fist and unclench her fist. So that is really cool. And this month she's also started to grab things. Like she will grab, I know it's kind of weird, but she'll grab onto my boob when she's breastfeeding, which is so cute. And she also grabs onto like my shirt, and she'll start to reach for all the toys on her playmat. And the first time I noticed that she was like reaching for things is when I was cooking in the kitchen and she was on her playmat, which is like right next to me. And I turned away for a second and I heard one of the toys jingle, and I was like, oh my God, because I did not touch the playmat. Usually I have to like jingle it for her, but I saw her like swinging at all her toys with her hand, which is so good because that means she knows that they're there and she knows that she's able to like hit them and grab onto them. A new thing we've been doing this month is playing airplane. Well, I haven't done it because I don't trust myself. My hands are really small and I don't know, I'm afraid I'll drop her, but Doug's been playing airplane with her around the house because apparently that's good to do at the 3-month mark. At first I thought it was kind of too young to be like flying her through the air, but everywhere I read online it's perfectly safe, and it really helps with their like smooth transitions and their senses. As you guys can tell, as far as looks, other than the fact that she's definitely gained a lot of weight, she looks just like her daddy, and I feel like I have to address it because you guys always talk about it, and I obviously agree. She looks just like Doug, like his eyes, his eyebrows, not so much the nose. She kind of has my nose, or maybe like my mom's nose. It's more wider than Doug's, his is more narrow, and yeah, she just looks just like her daddy, and she has like little almond shaped eyes, which he has, and yeah, it's super cute. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, probably not, but she actually has one dimple. I think it's, I don't remember if it's on the left or the right side, but Doug has a dimple, like one dimple on his face too, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? They both just have one dimple. So yeah, that's super cute, and I love that he looks just like her. Some of the cute things that I wanted to talk about that she does that I just want to remember for myself are she like does this half smile thing when she's breastfeeding, and it's so cute. It's toward the end of her feed when she's like really full. And I'm not kidding, like breastfeeding is just the best experience ever, and I'm gonna do another video on it because you guys have been requesting it. But I feel like once they get big enough and old enough to like, I guess just like, it's almost like they're saying thank you for like, I don't know, just struggling so hard with breastfeeding. At least that's how I've been feeling lately. Her little smiles after she's really full and like just really content after a feed is just so rewarding, and you don't really get that when they're infants. You kind of just feel like, why am I doing this? It's like so hard, I'm in so much pain. Even though you do know that it's best for them to get breast milk, it really is rewarding towards like the 3-month mark when they start smiling at you after a feed, because it's almost like, okay, now I know why I'm doing this, that now I know why I'm like working so hard to like make it to exclusively breastfeeding. So yeah, that has been so nice and so rewarding to see. The other cute thing that she does is, you guys know she sleeps in between Doug and I at night in the dock tot, and it's so cute because she wakes us up in the morning, and it's like the best thing on earth. I don't think I've ever had a better feeling than being woken up by my little laughing baby, and she's kicking and she's like hitting Doug in the face, and I always take her out and put her right next to Doug to wake him up, and she's always like kicking on him and stuff. It's the cutest thing ever, and yeah, it's just like the best feeling in the world. As far as breastfeeding, like I said, I want to do a video on it, but she is almost exclusively breastfed, and it has been such a crazy journey. You guys know it's like, oh, it's been such a wild ride with breastfeeding, but it's so rewarding, like I said. I'm actually not necessarily monitoring how much formula she's getting. I feel like she's going to sleep right now. She's really tired. It's 11 o'clock and she hasn't taken her nap yet, so I don't know what's going on, but she's like, maybe she'll fall asleep in this video, so I'm gonna just rock her. But yeah, so I haven't really been monitoring like the exact amount of ounces I'm giving her in formula, like supplementing through the SNS. Right now I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm just like using my motherly instinct to determine whether or not I feel like she's full, and I more listen to like her feeding cues and like what she kind of wants, rather than, she's so cute right now, rather than doing the math on like, I don't know, I guess just like counting how many ounces she needs or how many ounces she doesn't need. And I kind of just found that she doesn't really need so much formula in the beginning of the day. I've only really been supplementing like 25% or less of formula, so it's not that much. Really, I just kind of like top her up at night if I feel like she's extra fussy, and it hasn't been like killing me. I know before I was like, I hate formula, this is the worst thing ever. I'm just like paranoid that because she's feeding all the time. Like it's literally constant almost all night and all day. I mean, there are breaks in there and I do get to sleep for like an hour or two in between, but still it just seriously is, it's so exhausting. So I thought maybe she's hungry and like I'm not providing enough milk for her. But now that I know that she's almost exclusively breastfed, I feel like it's not as bad, and I can gently wean her off formula supplements. I know a lot of you guys are saying that I should just stop formula and let my body do what it needs to, but you're not really supposed to do that, at least according to my pediatrician. You're supposed to gradually wean them off. So yeah, I'm gonna do it that way just so I know that she's not starving. And I don't know, I think like doing anything to the extreme with your new baby is like just not recommended. So yeah, oh my gosh, what is she? Oh my god, you guys, I just rocked her to sleep in a video. This is the best. I wish Doug could see this. Oh my god. Okay, this is so cute. Like, I seriously die. Okay, now she's awake. Anyways, so yeah, I haven't been, sorry, she's distracting me in the viewfinder. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I don't even know what I'm saying. Doug. Oh man, she literally fell asleep like this while I was talking. So yeah, we haven't been using too much formula anymore, and something that was new, it's not really new, but I've been doing the vitamin D drops like in her formula, and I honestly didn't know I was supposed to be doing that until her 2-month checkup. My last pediatrician, which was the bad one, if you guys have been watching my channel, the first one I had, she never told us to do vitamin D drops. It wasn't until we got the new pediatrician that was like, hey, are you giving her vitamin D? Because it's the only kind of vitamin you don't get through breast milk. And I was like, no. So we've been giving her just 1 drop a day just to get her vitamin D in there. The other thing that is new this month is she's been drooling a ton, and it's really hit like this past month. I've been starting to put bibs on her because she's ruining her clothing, and I don't know if it's because she's teething. I get like mixed messages. A lot of babies seem to get their teeth later on, not so much in, oh my god, she's asleep, I'm dying, sorry. A lot of babies seem to get their teeth like in a few months, not so much on the 3rd month or 4th month mark. But then again, I've been talking to a lot of you guys, and a lot of your babies studies, your babies get teeth like at 4 months or 3 months. So it is insane. I don't think she's gonna get her teeth anytime soon just because she's not like super fussy. I feel like right before they get their teeth, they're like drooling like insane amounts. At least my sister's 2 kids were. And they're biting their hands a lot. She isn't so much biting her hands or teething or anything like that yet. But whenever my arm is in front of her mouth, she will like gum it a little bit. So I definitely think that it is starting the teething phase, and we're gonna go into that a lot. And Doug is always complaining about how much drool she has, and I'm like, you have no idea. When she's really teething, it's gonna be like a mass amounts of like drool everywhere. So yeah, I'm just prepping him for that. So she has been drooling quite a bit. The other thing I wanted to mention is her so-called witching hour. A lot of you guys who don't have kids were asking what the witching hour is. It sounds so scary. I don't know, when I first watched people's vlogs of like just like their baby updates when I first got pregnant, I kept hearing about this quote-unquote witching hour, and I was like, that is so freaky. Like, does your baby turn into like a witch? Like, what even happens? It's not as, well, actually it can be really bad, not gonna lie, but it's basically like, it can also be called like, I think it's called purple, like the phase of purple or something, but it's around the 3-month mark, I think, and it's basically when they cry for what seems like no reason at nighttime. The witching hour is really only supposed to be like for, I don't know, like 20 minutes to an hour. It's not supposed to be like 3 hours or anything like that, because I guess if your baby cries for 3 hours, 3 or more days in a row or something, it's considered colic. We really only went through the witching hour for I think like 4 or 5 days in a row, and then for some reason she kind of like just got over it. I don't know. She goes to sleep on her own now. Not on her own, but she has to be like, you know, rocked to sleep, or she has to be like put on the boob to go to sleep, which is totally fine to me as long as she's not crying herself to sleep, because that is torture for me and Doug. So yeah, luckily that has stopped and we don't have to deal with that anymore. So I do feel good about it, although we are kind of scared. You guys will see in the vlogs that we don't really like to go out to dinner, or we don't like to go anywhere around like 6 to 7 o'clock, just for fear that she will cry like in the restaurant, or she'll cry incessantly somewhere else, wherever we are. So we do kind of like to just stay inside at that time, which is really fine, and honestly it prevents us from going out to eat. So yeah, she kind of just goes to sleep around that time, and I've gotten a lot of questions about how much she's waking throughout the night. And I know a lot of you guys are brand new moms and your babies are just a couple weeks old, and you're always messaging me like, when does my baby gonna sleep through the night? Does Annabelle sleep through the night? Like, how many times does she wake up? And Annabelle only wakes up twice through the night, which is amazing, and I'm so thankful. It really does depend baby to baby. I know some moms talk that their babies will sleep like throughout the night right when they're born, and they're just so blessed and so lucky. And other moms like myself, for the first, I would say like 2 months, Annabelle woke up every 2 to 3 hours on the dot. And then right before the 3rd month hit, she started to only wake up twice throughout the night, which is so amazing. But that does mean that I do get engorged boobs and when I wake up in the morning or whenever she feeds, which doesn't really bother me that much. And as you can tell, she's kind of developed her own schedule. I can't really like nail it down to like the exact hour, but I would say every day she wakes up at 7 o'clock and she has a nap around, well, she probably sleeps after her first feed for like 20 minutes or 15 minutes. She does it every day, I don't know why. And then around 10 o'clock, she'll sleep for an hour or 2 hours if we're in the car, and 1 hour if we're at home. And then she sleeps at 2 o'clock, and then at 4 o'clock, and then she'll go to sleep at 6 o'clock. It's kind of nice to know that she's developed her own schedule, and I didn't necessarily need to put her on a schedule. I don't know, I just feel like I've adapted to the parenting style where I let the baby kind of determine. I know this is very controversial, but I've kind of let her and her cues and also like my mothering instincts kind of determine like what we're gonna do, because I know there's a ton of YouTube videos out there and just like blog posts and articles about putting your baby on a schedule, but I didn't really have to do that, and I'm glad I didn't like stress myself out with trying to put her down at specific times in the beginning and things like that, because it's honestly all worked out. And in the beginning it did give me a little bit of anxiety just to know that she was waking up every 2 to 3 hours. I didn't know when it would stop, and I heard like from other moms that their baby woke up every 2 to 3 hours for months and months and months, and I was like, oh my god, that is gonna be me. I'm gonna be a walking zombie. But luckily everything just kind of fell into place and I didn't have to worry too much about it. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I honestly cannot believe she fell asleep in my arms. This is insane. Look at her. Look at this leg. She must have been really tired, and she actually stayed up like 40 minutes past her typical nap time, so that's why I think she just like conked out in my arms. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then give it a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like these. Sorry, I was rocking back and forth in this video. It's probably so annoying, I just realized. But yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!